become a world champion. My last fight in Oklahoma City was a war. I believe I learned a lot. We went back, let's look at the tape. I need to use a little more movement. We've seen a lot of things that we got to work on, and now we're gonna train here in Big Bear and get ready for November 16th. I believe Maurice Hooker's a.
Do you believe that a fighter? Okay, that. How can I put it? Damn, I messed up my wording. I had it right just before I had clicked record on the. Okay, put it this way. I think that Alex Saucedo is the better fighter, but Maurice Hooker is the better boxer. How's that sound? Does that make sense? I just actually got finished yesterday, about 4 o'clock or so in the morning, covering the first round of the World Boxing Super Series. If you don't know, many of the top 140 pounders are in the World Boxing Super Series outside of Maurice Hooker, who is with Rock Nation Sports, Rock Nation Boxing. Yes, they're still around with Dino Duva. And it's Dino, right? Oh, please tell me it's Dino. But he's also with Eddie Hearn Matchroom. I actually had a chance to talk to him several months back before the zone even launched, and asked him why he wasn't in the tournament. And if you look at it, I forgot exactly how much he's making the fight over on Top Rank, but isn't it something like here? We can just look it up right here real quick. He made the right choice. So let's see. This is from ESPN Dan Rayfield. Let's go full screen for you guys. By the way, it's November 11th, 2018, 10:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday. This fight is taking place on Friday at midnight Eastern. But this is my job, so I'm going to be up. I'm going to be covering it. It's on regular ESPN, not ESPN Plus. Okay, so in a mild surprise, the top-ranked bid 1.6 million to narrowly outbid Hooker's co-promoter Matchroom Boxing, which submitted 1.55 at the auction, which took place at the WBO offices in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Hooker is entitled to 75%, 1.2 million. And Saucedo is getting 406 million. This is a big money fight. Coming on, did something fly in my eye? Coming on at midnight. So as I was saying, Maurice Hooker, there's not much footage you can see on him unless you watched. Damn, what the hell is that? Unless you watched what was that? Kovalev versus Kovalev Ward 1 or Kovalev Ward 2? This was Ward Kovalev 1, right? Kovalev Ward 1, right? Where he got a gift over Darlys Perez, in my opinion. I remember watching that fight with my homies. And Maurice Hooker is very tall. There's a lot of 140-pound tall fighters. Look at when Jose Benavidez was there, and he's at 147 now. But look at Josh Taylor, Rickis Prograis is up there. Terry Flanagan, who's there now. Maurice Hooker, what's he listed at? He's about 5'10". I met him in person. I'm 6'3", so he's about 5'10". Something like that. Alex Saucedo, 24 years old. Obviously, the upside is huge, but defensively, he's crazy flawed. If you've seen his last fight against Lenny Z and wondering, what's been going on, well, he was in a war, had his face all cut up. And that was at one point in time, he was on a ropes taking some crazy-ass shots. And even though he's an exciting fighter, Mexican style and all that, how far does boxers like this really go? And I'm wondering if he can be too much for Maurice Hooker, who's more of the boxer, but not necessarily a dominating type of boxer. For example, you don't see a jab from Maurice Hooker and say, "Oh shit, his jab. Oh, he's always, you won't be able to get past his jab." Like shit like that, I guess is, strong enough fundamentals. I'm wondering if he has enough of that to keep Alex Saucedo off of him. But if these paydays are not motivation enough for these guys to be, fighting, at top form, then you have to ask yourself, will these guys ever be ready? Will they ever be good? Or is it going to be a situation where fighting on this big stage, Maurice Hooker is main eventing? I know, and man, I know they're going to be talking about the purse bid, and I know they're going to be talking about how much he's making, and I know they're going to be talking about how he's fighting over on another network where he doesn't even belong, but he had to because of financial obligations and to secure the bag. So I'm expecting a very, very good and big fight. And truth be told, I got to be honest with you. I'm going with Alex Saucedo. I got to be honest with you. But we're going to see if Maurice Hooker can do it. Remember what happened with Ryan Martin, another 140-pounder against Josh Taylor, met a pressure fighter, power puncher. Let's go look at the 140-pound division real quick. All right, so Jose Ramirez is waiting to fight the winner of Maurice Hooker, Alex Saucedo, so you can expect for him to be there. Rikus Prograis, what is he? He's the WBC Diamond Champion, right? And then Josh Taylor's WBC Silver. Nonetheless, both of these guys are in the World Boxing Super Series. Rikus Prograis is going to actually be fighting for a legitimized title and the only WBA title at 140 pounds, thank God, against Cruz Relak. That fight's going to be taking place sometime in, wait, is he fighting Relak? Yeah, he's fighting Relak. And Josh Taylor's fighting Barichek. Okay. Both of those fights, Prograis versus Relak and Taylor versus Barichek, will take place in no later than in mid to late January, likely later January, or no later than the end of February in the World Boxing Super Series. And then the winner of those four are going to come out with the World Boxing Super Series trophy, a shitload of money, a whole lot of rep, the WBA title, the IBF title, and also be the mandatory for the winner of the other technical tournament that's taking place between Alex Saucedo, Maurice Hooker, and Jose Ramirez, who's involved in that, who beat Antonio Orozco. We covered that fight about a month or so ago. Just so happened that's my mom. I got to take this call. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.